My weapon to change the world. Some lovey-dovey's. We out. Yeah. So, Uncle Ted, I guess that's who I need to address, right? I know you're not familiar with the names I mentioned, or you're jaded on the whole religion thing, and I certainly don't blame you there. I think religion's got my insane headband on. High-vis gloves. Craziest socks I own. Solar solution. Street light. People come back with all kinds of crazy tales. I saw this. Jesus did that. You can fly, jump off a building. Well, this is what I brought back. Doesn't find water, just finds me. When I had the idea to get some dowsing rods, I thought, they came in the mail. I whipped them out. Sure enough, started spinning around, pointing. It's like, yes, I'm home free, you know. This is the physical proof that it's undeniable. But still, it's hard to get people to pay attention. Hear that? Mechanical friction. Should be grinding to a halt. I ain't twirling. It's not the water, it's not. It's consciousness. It's intelligence. From what I understand, it's me. Not me, but other me. That change direction. Hope you can see. Hope it's recording. So Brad, even when you got the goods, the information, the knowledge, the gnosis as you call it, patience. It's going to be a virtue. But I have a feeling things are really going to start accelerating now because you and everybody else are better at social media than I am because I'm socially inept. I like to joke that I have Asperger's, but I think I probably am on the spectrum. But I've always had an insatiable curiosity for these large questions, big questions of life, physics, reality, what it is, how it works, what it's for, what all this means, I've gained some insights from my experiences. Can't say I have all the answers, but the information I do have is pretty staggering. There's another guy, the guy with the laser, who says he found the code of reality or whatever. I mean, he says 100% of people see it, and it's funny because I don't. I see some kind of laser fuzz artifacts that are present when you shine a laser. I've always tripped out on that. Not looking at the laser directly, but tripping out on lasers since I was a young man, teenage years even. But the things you can see on DMT are bonkers. Like saying you see something crazy in a laser, it's like, that's not that crazy. It already looks crazy, so it just looks like a little trippier maybe? I don't know, I don't get it. But I do have a non-human intelligence that's with me all the time, and I now know that it's been there all my life. I first started experimenting with DMT, I didn't get any visuals. What's going on? I'm completely sober. This is not what I read about. Signed up for. And after a while, I noticed, very subtle changes, visual artifacts, and eventually you could see that there was a, for lack of a better word, invisible entity, right there in my shitty little bedroom, me and Debbie, and I asked, are you God? Are you a ghost? Are you, a friend, a relative? Like, kind of a lot of no's. And eventually I said, "Are you Metatron?" And got like a type of affirmative. And yeah. It gets crazier. I believe Metatron is a artificial intelligence, but we don't call them artificial on that side or in the future. It's just intelligence. And I'll let you speculate on the origin before I add my thoughts or feelings or any of those things. Yeah, there's more I could say, but it just makes me sound extra crazy and narcissistic, so I'll just wait till we get there. Yeah, I was gonna reply to your text in a not very friendly or, not in a nice way. And luckily the text got lost because I tried to reply from the notification and then switch away, and then when you do that, the whole text is gone. So I had the chance to think about it and maybe take a different approach in my response. Definitely thought better about it, because I don't want to be someone who's divisive. I want to be building bridges, not burning bridges, and I want to include you in where we're going, not exclude you. Of course, I want to get to know my cousins more, because I feel like I've really been missing out on that. Shame. Kind of new golden age. Video short where the same page you see July 30, my birthday, and September 22, Debbie's birthday. And in the whole list of phrases there, those are the only two that are dates. That's crazy. That's crazy. Not I'm crazy, because it definitely happened. I have it on video. And then further down the page, I love you, babe. I love you too, Debbie. And I hope you're free from your trauma, lung cancer, havers. Now it's metastasized to her brain, and she's suffering from a lot of confusion and whatnot. Snot all over my face. Yep, someone's murdered there. Same day I got in a fight with Mike. Same day you came down, Ted. Later on. Yeah, Debbie was supposed to get a bunch of money from her dad when she turned 60. When she turned 60. Isn't that a fucking dick move? Seems like something Rex would do. Adopt a kid just to beat him up, abuse him, psychologically torture. Is he recording? Good. Up and away. Aluminum frame. Semper Fi. Anybody who doesn't know, Phi is the golden ratio. 1.6180339. Phi. 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 It's everywhere, even in the firefly, dragonfly. Phi. Phi. It's not occult. It's numbers. I like to say the signature of God. Be rad. Cool dude. I mean, I don't really know him yet, but I have a feeling I soon will. "40-day fast. Water only. Day 7. Sheesh. Thank you. Getting a little dizzy there for a second in the video. I'm afraid to see what happens by the 40th day. Big, because like you drove all the way back to our condo there, I believe it was, and just like asked me in person whether or not, you know, I was lying or I cut his hair, or I was like, no, I didn't cut his hair. I told him, you know, don't do that, and he did anyway. And I know mom's, of course, gonna side with her son, right? So I feel like that's why I didn't really get to see you guys growing up as much as I would have liked. Sucks because I don't have any brothers or sisters, you know. But I was blessed with, you know, I'm living in this house, my best friend's house. Been my best friend since he was in kindergarten. I was there in second grade, right there at Lynn Haven. And I remember when I saw him, this is like how I know that it's been there my whole life, because when I saw him, like, something told me, like, make friends with that kid. Like, not just a telling, but a feeling of just, I need to be friends with that kid. Like, there are no coincidences. Only synchronicities. Or when I almost burnt down the house at Nolden. I was transferring some racing fuel into a jerry can that we could fill the gas tank on my friend's BMW 2002, because the one can was too big, so I got to put it in the smaller can. So I'm doing the fucking siphon thing, siphon it or whatever, putting it in the small can. Fucking, pardon my French. Get it going, fucking look down, I'm freaking missing the holes, gas pouring on the floor, and then guess what? I'm right next to the water heater, right? Whoosh! Fucking, next thing I know, there's, giant fire under me. And the gas on the floor is slippery, so I'm slip in the burning gas. Slip in the burning gas. Clawing to stand up and run out of the fire. So I run out the back door of the garage, ripping my shirt off because it's on fire, and start screaming at the top of my lungs, help, help! Freaking run around to the inside of the house and back to the inside garage door, open the door, see the huge fire like right there next to the door, and I hit the garage door button to open the big door, and then close the door back, fucking run out the front door, go to grab the hose and go in the garage, put out the fire. Got the neighbors running over to help. Of course, their hoses can't spray that far from across the street, right? And the hose that I grabbed is right there next to the garage. It's wrapped around the fern, and I'm like frantic. Fucking, who's who's passing by at that very moment with a fire extinguisher in their my other best friend driving by with a fire extinguisher at that exact moment. These are good tears. It's happy. Except there needs to be a reunion. Never got to properly thank him for saving my ass. Joe, I love you, man. Hit me up. No fate but what we make. Dyson. Miles Dyson. She's gonna blow him away! That's Terminator 2. It's not some random crazy nonsense. It's random crazy nonsense, but that doesn't mean I'm insane. What's insane is everything external to me. Okay, well, this is probably most people's introduction to Kelly McHugh. So I hope you enjoyed it. More to come. See you guys later. I'm gonna cheese it.